All right, after the scrimmage on Saturday, going to get to talk to senior now, Jill Ivey. Jill, what do you think about that, this being the last rodeo for you?
It's exciting, but sad at the same time. We going through 2 days and scrimmage and stuff. Me, Janet, and Paige have been, this is our year of last first scrimmage, last 2 days. So it's a bittersweet kind of thing. We're super excited though.
You got to be glad about the last 2 days though.
Yes, that was a definitely celebratory moment.
I was looking back over last year, and you played in almost a full 132 sets when you were sophomore. Last season, weren't able to play in that many sets. Had a little time where you were out, but very, very consistent. Do you remember how many kills you had your sophomore year? Exactly 400. Exactly 400. And you know what? Last year, if you take your numbers out for a full season, you would have had 399.
Wow.
How about that?
That's
3.02 kills per set your sophomore year, 3.03 last year. Is consistency something that you kind of thrive yourself on? Because those numbers say you're consistent.
Yeah, I do, definitely. I think that it's important for me as a player to be consistent for the team, because consistency in each player helps the team be consistent as a whole. So I think it's definitely something that I strive for.
How do you feel like you're doing on the sort of injury front and the team as a whole? And we don't like to look retrospective, but last year, the team had so many times where it was either you or Jackie or Tori or some combination of those or others. There were many times where the team really didn't have a full contingent on the floor.
Right.
As far as the injury front, how do you feel like your health is and the team overall health is right now?
I feel like the team overall health is pretty good. There's still some tweaks, little things, but there hasn't been anything major, and I really feel like we're in such good shape. We worked so hard during the summer. We worked so hard during the spring to get into the shape we need to be to do what we each need to do on the court, and I think that we're gonna stay healthy, definitely.
You rewind where we were last year. Coming off your sophomore year was when the tournament was at UCA. The big game against Oral Roberts, and then UCA and Oral Roberts facing off. Now this time last year we're thinking, okay, basically a couple points away from the championship match.
Right.
And then we go into this year with coming off of a year where people were hurt. What do you think the difference in expectation level is this year versus last year is?
Last year is definitely, we were just pushing to make conference tournament, to finish, the best we could, as healthy as we could. This year I think we for sure have higher expectations because we are healthier, we're stronger, we had a good freshman class come in, a lot of solid outside hitters, and Alexis as a DS, and I just think that with what we gained and what we had, staying healthy and getting stronger, getting faster, I think we can definitely raise our expectations to much higher levels for this year.
I think everybody remembers that between freshman year and sophomore year, you really made a big boost in your game. What is it though now that you're better at now that you haven't been before? What's the most improved part of Jill Ivey's game going into her senior year?
I definitely think the most improved part has been consistency of during a match, not making as many errors. Deciding when, being smarter, deciding when to go for the kill or when to make a smart shot and when to take the setter out of defense and stuff like that. So just being smarter. Still, I still get kills. I still go for it. I still make errors. I'm not perfect. But I think that is something that I've really worked hard on and have made steps in the right direction of becoming just a smarter, more consistent player all around.
I think that's just something that comes with the fact that now you've been in this system, been at this school for 3 or 4 years. You kind of got that feeling now around you of sort of got the intelligence of the court kind of figured out.
Definitely, I think it comes with being here, being with the same coaches. Almost a good group of us have been together for 3-4 years, and just me becoming mature and growing as a player individually.
I think the fans have seen the schedule, the first tournament right off the bat, and
Yes.
this time next week, we'll got these matches in up at Fayetteville, University of Arkansas. A little bit different scheduling this time because we play Michigan and Arkansas, two very high RPI teams right off the bat, and of course they're going to have big girls, they're going to have tall girls. What do you have to do as a hitter to compensate for the fact that you'll see some taller, you'll see some higher reach type girls than we would in the Southland? What do you do to adjust to that height and blocking?
Definitely swing higher. Like you said, they're going to reach higher, so it's easier to tool them. And, definitely just go off high hands, make smart shots. Normally, sometimes I can power through people. I probably won't be able to, so just adjusting.
So going back to that intelligence thing again, knowing how to use your
just
shots.
Being smart, and definitely high hands is something that we're going to utilize to get around their size.
All right, senior number 10, Jill Ivy. Hey, make sure you're with us. We're going to do radio this year, and we'll start that up from Fayetteville next weekend. The match against Michigan is Friday at 4 o'clock. Thanks, Jill.
Thank you.